I wanted to share with y'all some things that really bug me, that really get under my skin sometimes. It bugs me when people leave unfinished food in the refrigerator. It also bugs me when people leave like this much milk in the refrigerator, in a full cart, like that much. It bugs me when I'm driving on the highway or a road and someone cuts me off. It bugs me when somebody tries to skip me in a line and don't say anything. It bugs me when I'm walking around the house and I step on one of Santana's toys. I trip over this toy and I stumble into something else. Like, that bugs me. What bugs me even more is visiting Jamaica, the certain part that we were at, and becoming aware of the fact that they don't even own most of their land. We're literally getting off the taxi and going to some stores, going to make it to a beach, and we walked into some stores where only Indians were managing the stores. I love Indians, I love everybody. There's nothing against the culture, but we're in Jamaica. There is no Jamaican in the places that we were at that were owners. There were certain men that were like approaching us, wanting us to buy weed from them, and they like were really advocating, like, this is how I feed my kids. I'm like, bruh, I feel you on that, but this is also how we get locked up in the US by carrying some weed on us, so pump your brakes, my brother. Every store we went to on the strip, there were black people working, but Indians managing and owning. So it really started to bug me, and it still does, that there are people that live and are identified in this particular piece of land, but they don't own any parts of it. Yo, they were grinding so hard, and I appreciated every bit of the passion that they showed, but the reality is they were grinding for a whole nother culture, a whole nother person, and not that. So we enjoyed our time in Jamaica. As we were leaving, it just made me think, and even now, we know Jamaica, like how they express their feelings and everything. So we love the culture. We have family members that are Jamaicans, so it's no knock against the environment or who they are. It just made me think. Made me think about us, like how many of us are living in a place that we don't even own. We're not even aware of who we are, and how much are we settling for someone else's opinion, for someone else's truth. I gotta throw the disclaimer: this is not for the island. This is not for all of Jamaica. This is just the one strip that we were at that it just so happened to be owned by Indians. Like, we're in these stores, and I talked to the manager who's Indian, and I asked him, why are only Indians managers in these stores? He's like, well, the owner of the block is Indian, and he won't hire anybody else because he doesn't trust anybody else but Indians. And I'm like, but we're in Jamaica. And not only are we like just in Jamaica, but these people have a passion about where they're from and who they are as individuals. You know, the old heads, the young ones. So I express with my youngins today, and with the young people I work with, like, who are we, man? And what are we doing with the resources and who we are, what we have? And we also have to ask ourselves that, do we own ourselves, man? Because a lot of us don't. A lot of us work for materialistic things. And if it's not something that you can physically touch, we're working for something that we can see, something that we want, something that we lust for, or our pride, those things. So I also talk with my kids today, and I'm like, how do you deal with things that really bug you, things that, drive you up a wall? And we got to go to the root of the problem. I don't know the root for what Jamaica is, but I do know what mine is. And I encourage you to find out what yours is, because once you identify the root, man, you cut the head off the snake. What I mean by the root is, what are the issues, what are the things that are bugging you? And if it's something minute, if it's something huge, find out what it is and find out what the root problem is. And once you've identified what the root of the issue is, then it's going to be up to you to identify resources to chop that root into pieces. Chop it up, you destroy it, and use it as a guideline to help yourself the next time you have to face something similar to what you just faced. And this is how you build legacy. You get to the place where you identify some things that you're going through, you dead those things, and then you can help somebody else do the same thing you just did. That's how you become rich, man. Rich and wealth is not just monetary things. It's not money, it's something physical. We get that so messed up. It's like what you have up here, what you have in your heart. So I know there was a lot, but I had to get it off my chest because I feel like it's needed, and I feel like a lot of us are still lost. We have to identify who we are.